I am having a weird time. Roll intro. It's Sleepless Nights with Savannah. You're welcome. So, this is the series where I just rant about random stuff late at night. Basically an excuse for me not to be all pretty and put together. But anyway, so I take my exercise, my eating very seriously, okay? It's who I am, and lately I've been having a hard time with it. I'm not exactly sure why. I think it's a combination of things, especially with what's going on in my personal life, but whatever, we're not going to talk about that. I took a little quiz, right? Sorry, I heard the noise. And I thought I was a mesomorph. If you don't know what that is, it's like your body type, kind of. It's like supposed to help you out with figuring out what diets work for you and what exercise routines work best for you based on what kind of body you have and how your body responds to different food in response to different exercises. Right? Okay. And excuse me. I always thought I was a mesomorph. I thought I was like, I got the hourglass or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I took this quiz, right? And it said I was an endomorph. And it kind of flipped my world. I'm like, what? What? And I was like, I don't have a problem with other people being endomorphs. I just didn't think that I was one. And this is so stupid. This is such a stupid, like, realization that's rocking my world. Like, what the frick? But it is, because I always thought I had, like, the hourglass. And I still think I do, but apparently not as much as I thought. And then I started, like, thinking about it. I'm like, damn. I just had this, like, different picture of myself in my head. Then I thought about it, and I'm like, you know, you kind of have the hourglass, but not really. Like, I started thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, you do have, like, the pear shape. And it's like, you know, because I think almost anyone can have an hourglass. Can they? Yeah, you can with, like, shapers and stuff, but that's not the point. Naturally, I think I am more pear, but when I'm like really working out, I got the hourglass. But I guess I'm an endomorph. And this kind of rocked my world. Why? I don't know. It just caught me off guard. It's just one of those random things that catches you off guard. Like when you're driving and a deer comes out of nowhere, and then another deer comes out of nowhere, and then there's a third deer that's like the kid deer or whatever. And you're like, this is a lot of deer, wasn't expecting this. This is like that. Where you feel like, you know, it can happen, but it just kind of happened today. So, yeah, I found out I was an endomorph. No shame. I guess I'm just a pear. My stomach really hurts right now. It's okay. I'm fine, but, like, it just caught me off guard. Like, I'm an endomorph? It's like looking, like, one time someone said I had brown hair, and I had to look in the mirror, and I'm like, what? I have brown hair? And I'm like, yeah, you stupid ass. Yeah, you have brown hair. Because when I was a kid, I had blonde hair. Like, blonde, like, Ross from Austin and Ally blonde when I was a kid. And then, you know, over time, I just didn't really, like, pay attention to it. It was kind of just in the back of my mind that, like, my hair color was changing. It doesn't matter, you know, at the end of the day, it's just hair, and I can dye it if I feel like it. But it was so weird when I realized you have brown hair. And I kind of just looked in the mirror, and I was like, you're so stupid, Savannah. You're so stupid. Like you don't know what color your hair is. Like, what the frick? And I think this was kind of like that too, where I just kind of had this weird realization that the way, like, I picture myself in my head isn't, like, reality. And it's not necessarily bad. Like, it's not bad that I'm an endomorph versus a mesomorph. It's just kind of, it's just different. And I think it's times like these, the reason why being taken off guard by this stupid small thing that, you know, I'm gonna now base my diet and exercise off of. I think what really, like, things like these, like, why it kind of rocks me to my core a little bit is because it makes me realize that the way I perceive myself in my mind is not always reality. And that kind of messes with me because, like, well, how am I supposed to perceive myself? Because there's the perception of you in your head, the perception that others have of you, and then there's just the reality. And, I was just thinking about that because it's kind of crazy. If you think about it for too long, it's just kind of crazy how there's all of these different perceptions of you, but at the end of the day, there's one reality, and it's up to you to see it, and even then you have a perception of that reality? Does that make sense? Sorry, I was looking at myself in the camera. I was like, what? What's going on there? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Anyway, I am a child, actually. So, that's my video. I just thought it was interesting how, like, this one little thing kind of rocked me to my core. So, yeah. I'll see all of you guys in the next one. Bye!